This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. Okie dokie. I wasn't planning on using a mic. You guys can hear me okay, correct? Okay. So who's been to a community business lecture series already? I know Matt has. You did one. That counts. Okay, so normally these have a giant slideshow of information, but I didn't feel like that was necessary for a Canva class. Did you just huff at me? So today we're going to go over Canva, and I'm going to kind of read the room on how much you guys already know or don't know. So who in here has used Canva? Okay. Are you guys, and how many people have used Canva Pro? So you're using the paid version? Are you guys on the paid version? Okay. So you guys have never used it. Okay. So I'm going to show you both the Pro versus the free so you can kind of have an idea. My suggestion is if you're going to use this a lot to get the Pro version, just because you get so many more features. If you're going to use it once in a while, then maybe not worth it. But I'll show you the differences. So basically what Canva is a one-stop tool to, you're so distracting. A one-stop tool for creating all kinds of materials that you need. And before, people would need to have Adobe experience or, special programs that cost a lot of money. Canva kind of created something where anyone could be a social media manager because they have all these templates just for you to use. So I think it was really important to have this class because I don't think how many people realize how easy it is to have this right at your fingertips. So you can, most of the graphics you see on Facebook are made with Canva. You like, if you use this all the time, you'll start seeing ones that you use on other people's stuff. We didn't make that stuff from scratch. I am way too busy to do that, but I still make tons of graphics all the time. And if you're not great at creating PowerPoints even, they have an integrated system now to create an entire template for a PowerPoint. And all you have to do is type in what you're looking for and go with the template. So then all you have to do is change it, which they've made it really easy to do that. So what I wanted to show you guys, I made something really fun. This is the stuff that goes through my head at night. Okay. Who's done Mad Libs? Canva Mad Libs. Okay. I'm Sam. We're going to fill this out together. So we're going to yell things out. So Sam is making, I just need either a Facebook ad, a banner, poster, anybody. Not all at once.
What do you mean, like a type of ad or like
Yeah.
business?
Type of ad.
An event.
An event flyer? Okay, so we're going to do a flyer. Okay. For a noun?
Horse.
Horse.
Yeah.
Is this a business or club? No.
That's up to somebody
Birthday
else.
party.
Birthday
A
party.
horse
Okay.
party.
I kind of want to stick to businesses or clubs just because we're going to try and, well, you'll see. Club? A horse club. Okay, we're doing a horse club. Glad you guys picked something I have a lot of experience in. Okay, it'll feature an adjective feel. I need an adjective. What kind of feel will it have? Anybody?
Sparkly.
You're done. You did horse. You don't get anything else. Any adjective. Adjective is it's like a feeling, like a descriptive word. Fun. Okay. To highlight, like horses, but to highlight a circus. This might have been the worst idea I've ever had. Okay. Sam will use an adjective, text. What kind of text would I use? Bubbly. Okay, and we're going to use blank color with a blank accent color. I need a color.
Purple.
Purple. Gosh. And what will be the accent color?
Chartreuse.
No. How about you?
Pink.
Pink. Okay, pink and purple. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to do this on paid just so you can see. And then I'm actually going to do one on the not pro so you can see the difference too of what's available. There's new aspects to Canva, which are really great. They've incorporated AI, which can and cannot be helpful. I will be completely honest. Their AI is not great yet. They're working on it. I can tell. It's going to keep learning and get better. Right now, it's fun to see what they come up with, but I have not used a single AI generated theme yet. But what did happen is Canva bought a program called Affinity, and Affinity has a design, a publisher, just like Adobe. I like Affinity better because it's cheap, it's easy to use. It does take the same kind of learning as Adobe, but they're going to start integrating that into Canva, which is great news for anyone who does this a lot, because the tools that were in Affinity translated into Canva are going to make everyone's life easier. And then seriously, it's a detriment to people who actually do design work that people can do this stuff so easily, but not everyone's going to do it. So, that's just my little thing. But I'm going to post this. I'm going to put this into the AI search tool just so you can see that as well. Oh, gosh. Pink and purple. Horse club for a fun circus. This is going to be saved in my queue forever. I want you to know that. I'm teaching AI, but this is something I'm interested in. Thank you. So, like I said, AI will come up first. First off, Canva's like, what? Because normally I'm doing business designs or class designs. So it's like, all right. They probably think my daughter took over. So while AI is doing their thing, if you scroll down, you can see these are templates that are already created. So somebody did something that had a circus. Somebody did something that had a horse already, right? And so you can modify any of these. They're not owned by anyone. But if you see right here how that says pro, if it has a pro, you can only use that with a pro membership. But a lot of these don't have pro. So, which is actually surprising. This is what AI thinks I want. I want Switzerland, mountains. See, so they're like, you know what? This is weird. You create it. We're going to give you a background. And I feel that too. Like, honestly, I'm feeling how AI is feeling right now of creating this.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you like this one? Okay, but that's a Facebook post, guys. You're getting ahead. And then, and we can change it. So we're doing a flyer, right? So that's not the right one. Business flyer. So we can even like narrow it down more. Like, no, you gave me too many Instagram posts. I want, no. And AI is working hard again. It's like, but it'll give you the template for the flyer rather than the square. And really, this is probably my biggest pet peeve with social media. If you are going to make a flyer and a social media, do your social media first, because you can always go bigger. When you try and take an Instagram post and turn it into a flyer, you can do it, but you're going to have to resize everything. So if you start with the Instagram post and just expand, you'll already be done. Beside, usually on a flyer, you're going to add more details. It's easier to do that from a Instagram size post. And please don't put regular flyers onto your Instagram or Facebook. One, Instagram says no. It wants to crop it. So you don't know what it's going to crop out. And they're not made for that unless you're putting it in a story, which is that's a whole other social media class. But I'm just trying to tell you, like, make sure you're using the right flyer for the right place. Flyers, printed, flyers, stories, Instagram, Facebook, use the squares because you can put those anywhere. Okay. So let's see. Oh, look at, they went with flyers too. Come all to the Magical Horse Club. And whimsical horse show at the circus. Maybe. Are we a circus? Is that our business? Is that where we? Yeah, we're gonna have to be. We're gonna have to be a circus because I'm not sure why else. See, I'm glitching. Thank you.
Those two right there on the back. The one that says join us for the whimsical horse show and the one next to it. They both fit the themes of your.
There's no horse in it, but I can add the horse. Okay, so you want me to use the AI one?
So the one on the right doesn't have a horse in it?
The Spartan one?
Oh, it's a Spartan.
That's literally a guy on a chariot.
Oh.
Yeah, AI is not great on this. So sorry. Please silence your cell phones. Okay. I could possibly work with this. So this one is included. Like, I think you can only use the AI if you're in Pro. But it doesn't belong to anybody, which is always nice too. Because most likely no one else has used this one for very good reasons. So and AI is always going to create some very interesting. Do you guys need me to turn down the light a little bit? Is that too? Okay. AI is going to create some fun phrases for you. I'm the executive director here, which means I know how to work none of the lights.
That's good. Okay.
Let my minions do that. Okay, so circus horsing around. We're gonna do a fun bubbly text. And if you look over here, so this is how you can look at different designs. So let's say you pick this, but you see something over here that's cooler. You can just switch it. It doesn't care. Canva doesn't get upset if you change your mind. A graphic designer does, but Canva won't. Elements. So this is fun too, because you can see what you use a lot of. Like we use a lot of arrows. We use a lot of things to go in the background to show. Let's see. And they have everything. So they have shapes, graphics, stickers, photos, videos that you can use. All these things are available to post into your clips. There you can put charts, tables. These are picture frames. So if you put that in there, it'll automatically crop your picture to that size. Text. They have really great text. So they have things that you can use already that have, pre-set up that look together or look good together, right? Or you can just create your own heading, subheading, body, and then you can change all of the writing to different things too. We set up brands. This is another thing that I love about Canva. So because, we do a lot of things in the same color, same font, things that have to align, because as a business, you want your things to be cohesive. You want to constantly be recognized when you put something out there that came from the Kenai Chamber. We don't do that very often. We're all over the place and we apologize, but we do a lot of different events. We try and keep it the same when it comes to, like, when we're doing an art class and a cooking class. Those are both classes. They both have the same background, different images added to that. And I'll show you that too. When we do something like this, you'll see it's the same template for everything. We change out the two pictures, change out the response or what the title and the explanation is. But again, I want people to see that and be like, oh, that's the new community business lecture series. Oh, that they're doing a class of some sort. Keep it consistent. New members, same template, change out the new member logo, change out the description. So some of those things, as long as you keep those consistent, it's kind of nice to have that so people see it and they understand what it is. But you can put all of your things in here, like your color scheme, your fonts, everything. Uploads, you can put all your pictures in here, ready to go. So especially sponsors, usually the sponsor logos are kept in here for us, so we can just pull and grab each time rather than having to find it every time. We're doing classes, so we got the pictures from the artist to be able to put it out there. Same thing, like, look at that. I stole that from your email because I couldn't find your logos. And then I cropped it and removed the background. Sorry, I didn't have time because I made a job posting for him. So let's see. QR codes are also a great thing for flyers to redirect people to websites. Puppies, because we're helping KPAL. Puppies. It's really selfish. I just love puppies. Okay, so let's get back to this design. Okay, so what is one thing we really feel is missing from this ad? We'll do the text in a second, but. And what else is really missing? Yeah. Glad you guys are on it. This is good. So you can change everything in here. Nothing has to be consistent. And there's places where you can change everything at once. And look, oh, we could even like do a, oh, huh? Horse. I'm going to remember that next time you need something. Okay. So we got that. So is that enough pink and purple? Do we need more pink and purple? Do we want to decide that later? You guys are designing this.
Yellow does not match.
Okay. So what color should it be?
White or black?
You do marketing. Stop it. She works here. You guys tell me. What color do you want?
Try white. Let's see what that looks like. Hate it.
What about the darker, the grayish, or that gray next to the white? Yeah,
That one.
it's better. I mean, it's perfect, but it's better.
Okay. So now you guys wanted a bubbly look, right? So the best part about Canva is you can tell it. I want something. Oh, it says we don't have any. Just kidding. Oh, that's here. Sorry. Textiles. Nope. Still messing up. No. So you can look through all these.
They have like the AI bubble right there.
Where's the fun one? There's comic. Or you could pick something like that. Or like that. That's bubbly.
I like that.
You guys like that?
Triple blue.
Hmm?
Triple blue.
That, well, for some reason, it's not doing what it used to do. It used to do where you could put in bubbly or script or something like that, and it would pull it up. Now it's like, no, pick a category. Chewy. But I did like the last one. More sugar. You'll also see if it has a drop down in here, you can choose between thin, regular, and only the ones with drop downs are going to have that. But what's good about that is if you're doing something like that, you can do that so that you don't have crazy stuff. And increase your font size. Not that big. And then you go up here and you could choose a different one. You could just be crazy. Who knows? Nope, I didn't do it. I don't want, and see, it'll say down here where you can change all rather than changing everything. I try and have 2 different fonts that complement each other. You don't want to have 18 different fonts on this, but it does make sense to have different fonts that stand out. Also, if you forget what you're doing, yes.
Like if you want to pick like one that's more fun and then the second one you want it more regular.
Mhm.
regular text.
Yes. Work with me. Okay. And then as you see, as you change things, it's going to keep the original template. So you're going to want to go bigger or smaller depending on, just remember, if you can't read it, they can't read it. Which is hard because we're on this. And obviously that's not really easy for you guys to read already. Okay. And then you can move, all this stuff is movable. So like these are connected, right? You can, if you don't want those connected, you can ungroup them. And then these can move independently of each other. What's nice is they give you all these tools. It tells you if it's in the center, please be in the center if you are doing something like this, unless you don't want it to be and you want it to be over here. Look at, and then you scoot it over here and you can stick a QR code on there, something like that. But be consistent. Like if you meant to do that, do it to the side and put something over here. If you just do this, I will come to your office and find you.
So many people do that.
Yeah. And then you can regroup them if you want to. And then, but don't do that either when they're off center like that, because now we've done it. Okay. So if you are looking to do something like, oh, hold on, like this, and then we're going to add a QR code. What? I hear you whispering. So they have a QR code generator in here. They've added a ton of things. So you can go to QR code. What did I just do? QR code. And then, okay. So I can put Kenai Chamber expel.org. It'll generate a QR code for me. I can plop this puppy on here. And now when people scan this, I always test your QR codes too with your phone. Like literally, I can do this right now from my computer and make sure that this QR code goes before I print it in 800 places. Because you don't want, if you have the wrong QR code and you print these, that's it. You just made 500 flyers that don't go to your website. So always test it ahead of time. But QR codes are huge now. I mean, you see them on everything. They're a useful tool. It is nice if you can still put the website on there, because you're always going to find somebody who, it's just like when we ask people to pre-register online, they'll be like, I've always done this here. Why aren't you hate old people? I've gotten that. People have told me I hate history, I hate old people, I hate young people, I hate small business, I hate local business. I hate all kinds of things, obviously. So make it convenient for everybody. But also, the majority of people can use a QR code.
My rule of thumb for QR codes too is if you're going to print it, if it's going to have a physical location, use a QR code.
Yeah.
If they're going to be looking at it online, you don't need a QR code.
Right.
Because in general, people are looking at it on their phone and they can't scan it anyways. Yeah.
They cannot. And then what's nice is if you are doing a QR code on this flyer, you can, oh my gosh, they change it. You used to be able to remove the background. It's not letting me. It's not letting me. Look at. Ignore that. You can't remove the background now. I don't know why. Customize.
What's the
Background color. Match your background color to this color. They took away a bunch of tools. No. Canva's embarrassing me right now. Yeah, I'm logged in.
Why isn't it if it was the pro version?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll get back to you on that. I don't know why it's doing that. But usually you used to be able to take out the background.
What's that? Like faded option? Like edit?
Mhm.
Next to the word position?
Oh, yeah. That's transparency.
Okay.
I don't want you to see it. Now I do. But I don't. I'm just messing with you now. Okay. So we've added our QR code. We can adjust the position so that this only works if you're actually looking for this. Use these tools if you're trying to match it up to your text. So right there, you can see that you're perfectly, you can't, sorry, that's so tiny. It says 0.369 on the top and bottom. So you are in the center of that center, if that makes sense. And then try and match what you did with the words to the QR code. So if you're right against the wall, which you probably shouldn't be, like I just move over a little bit. Then when this prints, you'll have the same amount of space on either side. Okay, so we're missing a horse. So you can go to elements. And do we want a realistic horse or a like black and white horse?
AI horse a possibility?
No. I'll pull up some options. Okay, so you can see, you can actually get a photo. Like we could put a real horse in there and take out the background.
Is this for being printed or what is this gonna be? Is it a digital flyer or a print flyer?
I think it's a print flyer.
Okay, so no video, that's what I was saying. If it's a digital flyer, video, everything.
If your computer and everything can handle it, you have crappy internet. So I just, to remove the background, I just put a real horse in there. But that's not the only option, obviously. There's lots of graphics. So if you see though, these are all pro. That's not. So there's a good description of what's the difference between pro and free. But there's like, this one's not bad. But that's a really nice graphic horse. So these are all graphics. These are all things that you can do. You can add little things in the background and change the transparency.
Yeah, the flowery horse. They were better.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're, yep. So you want me to take the real horse out?
No. Just try it.
We'll just move him down here temporarily. Oh, be careful. Okay, calm down. The internet is so slow today. So you could do something like that. You could have this guy still here. He's just chilling behind your text even. There's so many things. The best part about, oops, not all the way. They're too far. The best part about this program is that you can really mess up in front of a group of people. Fine, bring forward. That's rude. Oh, it's because it's grouped. Okay, I see what I did. Okay, you're gonna ungroup. You're gonna come over here. This is how I talk to it when I'm actually working too. You're gonna do this. Layer, send backward. And then you'd probably want to move this over or something. But as you can see, you can play with all this stuff, right? You can't mess this up. I mean, you could mess up your own flyer over and over again, but you could still get back to this. There's nothing, you can't mess up this program because you can always start over or you can always go back. So that's why it's so user-friendly that you could make flyer after flyer until you get something that you really like. And you can keep playing with all these tools until you understand how to use it too. So unlike some of the other programs where you mess with settings to get things done, you cannot mess this up, which is great for anyone. I mean, you could give this to anybody in your office, or you could have your kids make their own flyers, and they're not going to mess anything up. Just don't let them into your saved folders because they could mess up those if you don't have them saved. But this one?
Yeah, because it's a little warm.
I can. So what we can do is we can adjust. You can adjust their colors.
There's usually filters.
Mhm. But where's my, you know what's funny is I swear they changed things right as there we go. So you can change it to warm, cool, vivid, soft, vintage. You can also, a lot of times I change the transparency too, because I think it makes a huge difference. If the image isn't the highlight of what you're doing, then change that. But we can do something where it's softer, more closely aligned to the photos or the colors we're already using. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can. You can do all kinds of things. It's it really is the easiest thing to use when you're creating this stuff. And so let's say that that's what we're going to use. And we go, oh, I forgot this is going on social media. You can go resize and magic switch. You can go social media. I usually use Instagram post square. And then I copy and resize because you still want your flyer, but then you can switch this over, open it. It's thinking really slowly. So see how there's that border? Now we can increase the size of these things so that it actually fits it. And since it's Instagram, we're going to take that out. You can adjust this so it fits. You can increase your horse size for funsies. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. It just has to be cohesive so that it matches enough. Right? So, oops, stay there. You can even move this one down because now you don't have a QR code, or put something else there. Move this over. And you can select all of these so you can find the center that way. And now you have an Instagram post. But you already did all the work. So you're just reformatting it for something else. And let's say you need a banner for your event. Also, I love Canva because I can order my banners from them. And they're actually really reasonable. They come really fast. And I know that they're going to print perfectly, because if I put a crappy picture on here, it'll tell me beforehand. If I give a crappy file to a printer, they might not tell me that something's pixelated until I get it. And then half of my sponsors are pixelated. And now I've wasted $200 on a banner that the sponsors paid for. And I'm like, sorry. Look at your money went to this. So again, we'd copy and resize. Open. And same thing. You're going to, and you can, depending on the dimensions of this, you could highlight everything and make it bigger. For this one, since there's not a lot of elements, you don't need to do that, but you can always do that. Like you can make it bigger or smaller depending on what you're doing. But this one, since there's only a few elements to the whole thing, I'm just going to stretch them out again. Like that. This one might not stretch because it's not big, or oh, it might. Sometimes if there's not enough in the background, it won't stretch, and so you'll have to adjust that photo. And I am going to show you what it'll say if something. I'm going to grab the KSRM logo because I stole it offline, and it'll tell me that it won't print well. And these are big banners. Like you can see that's next to, and that's the small one. So let's say we're going for extra large banner. Like they make some pretty big banners. Let's do that. I love horses. That bigger. What, Greg?
I'm glad I chose that.
Okay. And QR codes are good for banners too, depending on, well, they can be. Depends on if they're hanging up outside, and doesn't always make sense. But like for the one we have out on the door, if you walk out there, that one has a QR code that people can scan to buy a raffle ticket. So, and then I'm going to throw in, oops, stop weird elements. Nope, upload. What's funny is I know what I'm doing, but it's funny explaining it to somebody else. So we're going to steal KSRM's logo because they're sponsoring this circus. Congratulations. Totally. Whimsical, bubbly horse show circus.
I think you've already sponsored me.
Wellness week.
Thank you. So like I said, I stole this offline. The likelihood that this is good enough to be printed is low. And the bigger you make it, it'll really yell at you. We're gonna just give him not Wilson, horse lover. Okay. So you'd go to continue. And it'll say, hey, you got some issues. Oh my gosh, that is a good enough image.
That image was fine because it was big when you dropped it in and you brought it down. So.
Wow, good job. Way to have quality images on your website. So it'll tell you all the things that are wrong with this beforehand. You'll want to, and you can have them automatically fix it. But a big one is increase font size because it might look like this is fine to you. But on a printed banner, if you were really getting a banner that big, it's probably too small. So just you can increase it. Yeah, so it'll tell you increase this to 64 or larger. And then it'll be like, I did it. And it'll say, good job. It doesn't say that. It'll just let you print eventually. You can also say automatically fix these things. Let's go back real quick. I thought that was Brittany. I was like, Brittany.
Everything you did was through the free site?
This one is through the paid site. I'm gonna create a faster one on the free site so you can see. Because like you won't get that horse on the free site. But what I did,
On images to the free site?
you can add your own. Yeah. So I'm gonna go, I did an incognito website because it kept logging me in. Let's see. So it did make me put my email address in, but I don't pay for, what's funny is I pay for Canva on two places. I pay for one here and I pay for one for our personal business. But I used my personal email just to show you. So let me see if AI will actually do it. Oh, it will. Okay. So pink and purple circus horse show flyer. With bubbly text. And it's going to think about it. It'll show you because it wants you to pay for it, but it won't let you use it. However, it could give you some good ideas. I doubt it. I'm just going to say that just because, again, their AI is not great, but it'll show you templates that you can use. So all these are free. Not that one. Sorry. They didn't pop up. So if you scroll over them, that's funny too. So on the paid version, it shows it. You have to literally scroll over. It looks like, oh no, they popped up. Okay. So like this one's free, not free, free, not free, free. And you can just kind of go around. Like that's super cute for a birthday party. But you can see what isn't. And they're going to show you both because they want you to be on the paid version. But let's use this one. Ooh. And like I said, so let's say that you like this, it'll show you more that are like that. Because there's lots of times where I'll pick one and then I'll just scroll down a little bit. And I'll be like, I like that one better. Like, I like this one better. So we're going to do that. I'm going to customize it real quick. It's going, my computer is literally moving slower than I can think. So I apologize. We only have internet problems when we're doing presentations. Okay, so I can get rid of this creepy guy. And I have no tools, so just give me a moment. Also, if you have too many flyers open, it'll really slow down your computer too, FYI. I will have like 7 tabs open and wonder why my computer's not working. It's because your computer's doing so much to process this. Let's see. You can do it. Come on, buddy. Horse. Okay, so again, you can look and see which ones are pro and which aren't.
Can you sort by free?
Hmm?
You used to be able to sort by free, so that it would only show the free. I don't know if it does it.
I don't know. I've never done it only because when I did use the free version, I switched really fast to the paid.
Yeah.
But I think they're really pushing the paid now that they have the AI, the affinity, and all that. So I don't think they're going to make it any easier for you to. They want to tempt you. So let's see. Let's go with this one. Yeah, this is not pro. So everything I'm doing right now is not going to be.
You know, if you say they want you to buy it, what is the cost?
Like $6.99, $14.99.
Yeah, or you can pay a year in advance and it's cheaper. I think it's less than $100 a year. Which again, if you're using it all the time, it's
Business to business.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's going so slow. Give me a second. There's a circus involved too, remember? So I'm gonna move that to the back. Send backward. Are you being recorded? Oh, did it cut out? People are gonna miss all this. Okay.
So legitimate question, so you grab that circus tent,
Yeah.
it says it's got a little crown on it, so it's part of the pro, but allow you to put it into the.
Yeah, but do you see how it has the? Oh, you can't see. So it has watermarks on it.
Got it.
That's illegal. This is on Zoom. Yeah. I was going to go a completely different direction with it, but I stopped myself. This is also not sponsored by Canva in any way, shape, or form, or Zoom.
But it should be sponsored by Canva.
They just like me to pay them. Let's see. So this is the free tent you get on Canva. You like that one better, don't you? No. Again, and it will work. So let's say this is the only horse club you're going to do for a year. You probably don't need to pay $100. But if you have horse club weekly, horse club. But-
Also, if you want to use it for business and then also use it for personal things while your business is paying for it, that's also an option.
Again, she works for me, so now I know exactly what she does with Canva on her off time. Great, learning all kinds of things today at this Canva class. Thank you, Greg. Okay, so like I said, there's lots of things you can do, and you can still add videos, shape, audio. You can add auto to your plan. Let's see.
You can have audio like it's a little MySpace page and it'll start playing music when you click on it.
So when I record an ad, I can actually add that to it. So I can take the file that they send me, attach it to that, and play it in the background of the video for some of our ads on stories and stuff. I'll take it because those are already 30-second ads. So you can attach it to a 30-second story and post it. And then you get more use out of your ads that way too. I think it's a great idea to attach them when you can. When you use your radio ads. This is also not brought to you by KSRM.
This is why I did disclaimer at the beginning of my presentation.
Come back. So, whoops. You can add little fun borders to your horse, because it's starting to look like a stripper ad, and I'm sorry. The more that it kept going, I was like, Crazy Horse. That was the one. Horse Club Party Night. They have great French fries. Can't guarantee anything else, but let's see. Here you go. Horse Club Party Night. So does that make sense on how the difference between one free and pro and how to switch back and forth between the different sizes? It's hard to go over every single element in 45 minutes of what you can do with Canva, but that kind of gives you an idea that you can take literally anything and create it into a Horse Club flyer. But really, this is such a great tool, whether you use the free or the pro, to make something fast. Like, we made 5 things in 45 minutes, and it would have been a lot faster if it was something that you like know what you're doing, or you like things that you normally use. Is there anything that people want me to show, or they have questions? Yeah.
So you got your flyer done.
Mhm.
You don't have time to have Canva print it
Mhm.
for you.
I'll show
You
you.
have to download it.
So you download it to your computer, and it'll give you lots of options.
Yep.
So you can do, if you're going to print it, I would do PDF print. And then you can look, there's digital use or professional printing. Oh, professional printing paid feature. I didn't know that. Not a huge deal if these aren't professional flyers. If you're just making a flyer, you can still do PDF. You could do either PDF for that. Let's see. So yeah, you could do standard, you could do printing. If you don't want a gigantic flyer, just use standard. Because sometimes not everyone's computer, especially if you're not using this for work, can handle some of the sizes of these. So it'll download, you'll be able to open it. Actually, I don't know if I have Adobe on this computer. And then in 8 years, you'll be able to print this when it opens from the internet. This computer's just really slow with this right now. But anyway, yeah, that was how you would do it. If you are sharing it, if it's going to go, if you're on the other one and you're doing like an Instagram or something like that, I would save it as a PNG or a JPEG, depending on where it's going. JPEG's just fine for social media. If you're putting it on a website, I'd do a PNG. And then a banner, same thing. If you're giving it to a graphic designer and you don't get it printed through Canva, you're going to want to do it however they ask for it. You'll ask them what kind of file they want, but it gives you every option that you could possibly need to hand it off to someone else or a designer. And you could actually invite people to change things on this too. So let's say you're working with a team, you can send them a link so they can work on it too. Just make sure you really trust that person before.
Right, so if you were doing this, and I asked to be included on the team,
Mhm.
then even I could go there, make changes.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I'm not giving you the login to the to our Canva, Greg, because I can see you just putting random things in there and be like, I helped.
Add you as an editor or just a
Mhm.
viewer.
Yeah. So if you see right here, you can see who's on it and who's messing with it. Because I'll have, I've had a couple organizations send me a flyer on Canva and ask for
Let's
help.
see if I log in. See if it-
No, it won't pop up on here.
Oh, because we're both logged in.
Yeah. But they have sent me their flyers and said, I'm having trouble with this. Can you get on there? And rather than sending me, just the picture, they can send me the link to get into Canva and I can adjust it. And usually it's like 3 tweaks or something that is wrong. But we help people with marketing here at the Chamber. It's one of the things we offer. If somebody can't make a flyer, because we have this tool, we'll make it for them. You don't get very many requests. We got a couple, but nothing crazy. I had a bunch of people at a chamber meeting where we had all the chamber executive directors, and they're like, why would you do that? It's going to be crazy. And I was like, no, I mean, you can offer people the world as far as membership goes, but the surprising part is how few people will send you flyers for your newsletter or send you requests helping with the stuff, because you can offer it, but
You might see 3 horse water.
you are really on a horse kick. Yeah.
So funny.
Is there any other questions about how to use this or what? What did you guys have in mind? Because you guys said you hadn't used it before, right? Are you looking to start making flyers or?
We already do, we just did it the hard way. And,
Yeah.
thought that we were doing it.
Yeah. Well, I hope this helped. Something to make it really easy.
Thank you.
I know why you two signed up.
It looks easy enough, I could do it though, which is really sick. So.
I know you could have done the PowerPoint presentation on here. Yeah. You guys do anything? Are we? I just want to make sure I answered everybody's questions about Canva before we call it. Actually went almost the full time, which I am so proud of myself. I'm usually way too fast, so I don't need a presentation in order to do a class in the appropriate amount of time. That's what this proved. So if you guys ever need anything, you can always reach out to me too, Samantha@kenightchamber.org, and I can always help. It's really easy for us to do that here. So thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah, that's what I'm keeping.
Canva for nonprofits, Canva Pro is free if they're a registered nonprofit.
What? We've been paying for it. Well, this is awkward. Thank you.
Thank you, that is good to know.
Oh my gosh, we literally
At $100 a year, I'm not super concerned about the expense, but
still.
still.
Savings
For
are
a
savings.
nonprofit, it's a lot.
Yeah. Dang. How did I not know that? Probably because I used it for my business and then I just bought it when I got here.
Yeah, there might be limited users
Mm.
on the.
Well, we all log in under the same.
What? No, that's illegal.
It's just info@Kenai Chamber. We're not using it for different things. We use the same things. Oh, I was gonna show you guys real quick too. Hold on. While you're still sitting here, so I'll show you. You can leave though, and like I don't have your. It's okay. Like I won't be offended, but yeah, you can always leave. You're not arrested. This is the slowest.
Did you show them the function, like you can change, so you can take, you showed them the different sizes and you can go from one side.
Yeah, these ones.
to different size.
Were you not in here?
I was.
Because I did the flyer and then the banner and the Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, if you click on like the really colorful horse, it would pull a lot of the main colors, and then you can
Oh yeah.
change that into other elements of your.
Yeah, because it'll match all that stuff.
Yeah.
And even if you don't click on it, it'll show it on the side
Right.
with all the different colors on the side to show you how to match it. This is what I was talking about.
And
So
sometimes you can even go in and change the color of
Yeah.
the horse.
yeah, depending on the
It's a
image.
graphic.
Mhm. So this is the first one we did. And so we've just added them each time. So if you go right here, you can just duplicate it, right? And then we just change out this part. And you can update the QR code. But so there's consistency. Like when this is posted, it's the community business lecture series. Hey, there's yours, Greg. There's mine. And mine and mine. And mine.
So is there a way to, like, in this page or on the, like, another page be a different size?
Mhm. Yeah, so all you would do is just say resize, and then you can pick what size you want. You can choose if you're doing it to all pages or just the first page, which I don't recommend doing every page unless you need it. But then you can, change it into a banner. You can do social media. Social media banners are nice too. If you're doing something special, like right now, again, with the raffle, I put it at the top of our Facebook page. So when people click on our Facebook page, they see that banner showing that we're doing that raffle for right now. But yeah, you can do all that stuff. You can turn it into a video.
And then just make sure you do the copy
Yeah.
and resize, because otherwise it will just change what you have.
And it'll tell you right here. So it'll do a preview. And so this is for a story. And you can just say copy and resize. That one didn't even give the option to just do it because it's a video. That was a bad. Here, go back.
Does that make sense? If you're doing like a campaign and you want different
Yeah.
flyers.
In fact, I'll
or
show you
whatever
too.
for the same campaign, you can have it under the same
Well, it's
board,
gonna,
on the same
on your
board.
home.
It won't be on the same board.
On your homepage, it's gonna show up as two different things.
But you can make folders.
You can make a folder for it,
Okay.
but you can't have two different sizes
Yeah.
under the same, like, it's, because it'll just do additional pages. And you can
So,
do different sizes within the pages, it has to be all one size. But if you make a folder.
So, like, right here, this is our banner for the webpage. This is the little banners that are outside. We made a chamber pot news. They're all different.
Different items,
Yeah.
even though it's the same topic.
Now, if we were organized, which we have not been, because we just make a lot of stuff, you can do projects, folders, which is great. So you can do 4th of July, you can do luncheons. This is where we should be putting our stuff, so we could just go to that folder, and none of us do it. Like, not a single one. In fact, when things go in here, we forget they're in here, and then we recreate it. So if you're a very organized person, this is a great way to do it. If you're like us, you just keep scrolling through what you've already made.
Or you could just, I just search,
Oh.
you just search for it.
Or you could search, but I don't always change the name of it either.
You don't?
Mm-mm. No, that one says 14 February for a flyer. See, like, there's your news reporter. When I changed that, so that when I downloaded it, it would go to him and have the right.
See, my rack card one, I always change the name, so that way when I save it on my computer.
Yeah, I don't always do it. So see, that one says 14 February. This one says elegant white pink visitor sign. Like, I didn't title that. I did title that one chamber pot. So there's lots of things. There's lots of ways to stay organized. I didn't even realize it was a search bar. Thank you. See, we can all learn something from this. Circus horsing around. It named it for me because it was the AI one. And like member spotlights, same thing. When we get a new member, we just trade out the logo. Gosh, it's so slow. The name, the title, the website, and the phone number. It's broken. And when we have multiple new members, I just usually leave a couple up here so I don't have to recreate it each time.
Yeah, and one thing I really like about Canva is, like, if you want to put something on Instagram or Facebook or like different places, you just search, like, I'll just be like, Instagram post, and it automatically gives you the right size.
Mhm.
Because sometimes if you're using a different program, you have to guess what the size is.
Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, it's so frustrating having to like go back. Or you just post it anyways and then it looks stupid.
And then it's cropped. However, Instagram wants to
Yeah.
crop it.
Facebook event cover,
Yeah,
different
it's like
size than the
skinny
actual
and-
banner.
Yep.
Like you can search Facebook event banner.
And it'll give you the right
It'll give
size.
you those little
Yeah.
skinny.
Yep.
So it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. But there's every format you could possibly think of.
And I
Booklets.
swear they change those sizes.
They do.
I think
All
they do it
the
on
time, but
purpose.
Canva is doing it for you.
Mhm.
I think Facebook does it on purpose, just to irritate us.
Facebook does everything just to irritate us.
Like, they're just trying to make sure we're paying attention, like the rules.
Yeah, like the Facebook post size is different than the Instagram post size.
Yeah,
So I just use Instagram usually.
that's what I do.
Mhm.
It's just like-
They tricked me though on these ones. I was in a hurry. They got me.
Resize, copy, resize.
I know. So yeah, I hope that helped. Yeah. Can't remember. Next month is, well, next month might change because it was supposed to be
Wait,
Excel.
let's ask them. Let's ask them what they want. Let's do a vote.
I'll do a survey online because this isn't good.
We can do an informal vote.
No, don't listen to Brittany. It's supposed to be Excel basic.
Or it could be social media marketing. What do you guys think? Hold on. If Liam's available, it's going to be Excel. If he's not available, it's going to be Brittany and free roll. It's or social media marketing. Just saying.
Yeah.
Hold up one finger or two.
Me too.
Thank you. I see a lot of two fingers. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Did I turn on Zoom?
We're going to put two events. Whoever registers the most people gets it.
Oh my gosh.